Our customers in the treatment plant market are actually the exact same customers we already work with when we install sewer pipe and paint water towers. There are utilities that service the water and wastewater industry. So when we talk about treatment plants, there's really two versions of that. One is potable water treatment, where we will use NSF certified coatings that are allowed to be in contact with drinking water, and one is wastewater, where you're processing much more acidic material. It's a much tougher environment, and in both of those markets, the utilities, which are our customers, are under a lot of pressure to expand. There's much more water demand than there's ever been. There is much more regulation around their plants. They've got a lot of big challenges. Particularly in the treatment plant market, one of the reasons Induron focuses there and believes we have value to add is as population goes up, we have concerted efforts to use things like low-flow toilets and low-flow shower heads. What that creates is more acidic influent. It's less diluted by all the water we use now. So we got more people and more acidic influent. Many treatment plants that were not needing coatings 15 years ago, now when we drain the water and inspect those structures, we find they're dissolving in the acid. So coatings have become a much bigger need as this influent changes in these plants. Simultaneously, almost every utility we work with is under EPA consent decrees to build more structure, right? There's a big crunch for new construction, for maintenance of what's there, and in the past that often didn't require coatings. Now almost all of these structures require coatings. These treatment plants are overwhelmingly concrete. A lot of the other stuff that Induron sells coatings for are metals, and that presents a very different environment without coatings. That's one of the things that these utilities are really struggling with, is if you have 13 plants and none of them required coatings for the past 30 years, now you're draining them and finding I have 13 plants and everything requires coating, and it's all concrete. That's a really difficult challenge. Concrete coatings tend to be a little harder to apply. It's not a homogeneous surface like steel. It can be very different. There's extra steps. There's more environmental concerns. So a treatment plant realizing they have a high demand for coatings is going to have a pretty big challenge. They need partners that can help with contractors, spec design, and in the field making sure everyone knows what to do and how to do it right. As we work with treatment plants and explore that market, our avenue to market is to go directly to treatment plant operators. Our sales team goes to the plant and asks the plant manager, would you mind touring your facility? Could we look at some of this? Because what we find is, again, they have not been trained on corrosion. So if we can go tour the plant with them and point out to them some of the things we see, very often we're able to show them the problem before it's gotten terrible, and we can build trust with them. We can help them budget. We can help them design specs so that at an appropriate pace, they're able to address these problems instead of finding out after something is so bad it's not usable and the EPA has to shut down your plant. The reason a utility is better off when they're working with Induron in a treatment plant is because of our understanding of relationships and all the complexness of this market. So involving someone like Induron who intimately understands the coatings, the surface prep, what the contractor will have to do there, can help properly write that spec so that the budget numbers you had match the bids that you get.